April, would it be okay if we just pause for a moment? I just wanted to take a second and acknowledge that what happened in there was not okay. Mr. Blake's words and actions were unfair and diminishing and completely uncalled for. I don't want to rush you into a conversation that you may not be ready to have, but would it be helpful to pause and talk about this in the break room for just a minute?
Yeah, it really would. Thanks.
Let's take some time and do that. April, thanks for taking a moment to debrief this together. Your well-being is really important to me. Are you okay?
Honestly, I'm not okay. That was horrible. No one deserves to be treated that way. And I'm so glad you were there to witness it. But this is not the first time I've been treated this way by a patient or a caregiver. But somehow it always feels like the first time. I feel like what happened with Mr. Blake had to do with my identities as a person of color and as a woman. It was uncalled for and not fair, and it felt diminishing. So after we talk, I think I'm going to just go outside for a while and clear my head to prepare for my next patient.
I'm so sorry you experienced that today. I think taking some time to clear your head is really wise and really important. I just wanted to call out that you handled the situation beautifully and brilliantly. But I also wanted to say you don't have to do that by yourself. And I really wish that I had jumped in sooner. I wanted to check in a couple of things with you just in case this happens again. If it does, I intend to interrupt Mr. Blake or any other patient immediately and say something like, Mr. Blake, that behavior is not okay. I know you're here to get the best health care you possibly can, and we are the team focused on delivering that for you. But to do that, we have to have an environment where we all respect each other. And so I'm going to ask you here clearly to not repeat that behavior ever again. Does something like that word choice and phraseology seem okay to you?
Yeah, that sounds really appropriate.
The other thing I want to check is if you would be okay if we debrief this moment as a team. I think it's really important for us all to know the words and ways that we can use to support one another just in case something like this happens again. Would that be okay?
Yeah, I think debriefing with the team is a great idea so that everyone knows what happened and everyone knows the plan for how to respond in the future. I think it's so common that people freeze when things like this happen because who expects that to happen when you walk into a patient's room? So freezing is probably very common, but I think if we prepare and know what to do and say, that we can really be supportive of each other.
Thank you for letting me check those things with you. So moving forward, should it happen again, I'm going to interrupt Mr. Blake pretty immediately, and I'm going to use some version of the words and phrases we just discussed, and we'll get the team together and debrief this moment so that we can all be empowered moving forward.
That sounds good.
Great. Again, I just want to validate what a good job you did and to, again, say I'm sorry that you experienced this, but most importantly, to say how much we value your contributions to the team. You are a valued member, and I really, really mean that.
Thank you so much, Tommy, for just this support in the moment and processing this with me. It just shows that you care. And it helps me to feel safe to know that we can have these difficult conversations. And this part never happens. And I'm really thankful for that. It makes me glad to be a part of a team that's really concerned about all the members and wants everyone to be treated with dignity and respect. And this is the kind of team I want to be a part of. So thank you again. And I am going to go take that break now, and I'll see you later.